Hong Kong, historical juncture of East and West, high-octane metropolis of 7.5 million souls, home to more skyscrapers than any other city in the world. This city, like many others, has experienced its fair share of challenges in recent times. But no matter how tough things get, there's something special about Hong Kong that makes you, well, look up. I'm Sam Evans, writer, traveller and Hong Kong resident, and I want to get to know this city on a deeper level by journeying through its neighbourhoods to discover some local gems, grassroots culture and human stories that make this incredible, resilient city what it is. So join me as we explore. This is Hong Kong Hoods. In this episode, we'll be exploring North Point in the eastern part of Hong Kong Island. Historically a sleepy settlement that became the site of a colonial military battery and later a major power plant, the story of modern-day North Point really begins around the mid-20th century, when increasingly attractive economic opportunities in Hong Kong, coupled with turmoil on the mainland, led to a huge influx of immigrants, of which many, especially those from Fujian province and Shanghai, settled in the neighbourhood. The population boom saw North Point become one of the most densely populated neighbourhoods on Earth, and a centre of entertainment with a string of theatres and clubs that were among the most esteemed in the city. Today, the area's zenith as an entertainment district is behind it, but the bustling character of the neighbourhood endures as an effervescent melting pot with unique markets, great food, art spots, and some very special pieces of culture. Let's go and check it out.
Hi everybody, welcome and thank you for joining us. We're going to start off today at one of my favourite spots in the entire neighbourhood, Chun Street Market. The market gets its name from Chun, a Fujianese business magnate who in the 1920s bought up a lot of this area with the initial intention of building a sugar refinery here. Unfortunately, the price of sugar took a nosedive in the 1920s, so in order to make a return on his investment, Chun decided instead to develop this into a residential area. The result was an influx of his fellow Fujianese, and today there is still a thriving Fujian community that lives here. Come to the market these days, and as well as Cantonese, you're likely to hear Hokkien as a local shop for the staggering array of goods on offer here. Let's go and check it out and maybe even buy something. Fruit, veg, all types of different meat, you name it, they've got it here.
Just as we were starting to think our shots of the market were pretty good, along came local knowledge to set us straight. Time to get schooled.
You follow me. Wait the tram.
And here.
呢度啦，好多人都係咁啊！
好多嘛，邊個日本啊？好多嘛，好快到嚟㗎啦！
好多人啊！
From
佢過嚟好好啊！呢個見到。
This is those side. Thank you. Looks like we're getting a little bit of directorial advice from these gentlemen. Good stuff. Let's try and get the shot.
去賣電視啊！
Another really cool thing about this market is that every few minutes a tram rolls right through the middle of it. Now, the tram tracks haven't been here forever. They came in 1953 when the tram network was extended to North Point. The planners soon realised that King's Road, along which the tram traverses, was a little bit too narrow to have the tram turn around on, so a loop had to be incorporated in the route. And so it was decided that through the market, the tram must go.
Walking around and looking at all that food is hungry work, so I think it's time to find somewhere to get a bite to eat.
So we've ducked into a Fujian restaurant, and I've not knowingly eaten Fujian cuisine ever before in my life. One thing that strikes me coming in this restaurant, the smell is delicious. It's like really good home cooking. It really does, it's like comforting. We've got two Fujian quintessential dishes. We have fried oysters and egg and a fried chicken roll. So I'm going to try it and yeah, let's see how this tastes. That's really good. Lovely. It's kind of delicate flavour. You can taste the sea, but then the egg kind of like brings it back down to earth. Absolutely delicious. It's really good. Let's try the chicken. Oh, that's incredible. The sauce as well just gives it a flavour kick. Awesome. Really good stuff. I bet it's great hangover food. I'm full. That was delicious, really good food. I've just been lucky enough to catch the owner, and he tells me that this is a family outfit. They've been here for 20 years. It's honestly not the easiest to find Fujian cuisine here in Hong Kong, so this place is a real gem. Really happy we found this.
Satisfied and re-energized, let's move on and check out a couple of art spots in the area. First up is Oil Street Art Space, which is housed in a building dating back to 1908 that used to be the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club headquarters. Here there are various activities and workshops that can be enjoyed while you soak up the striking contrast between the forward-thinking art and the colonial-era architecture that surrounds it. Following Oil Street, it's a quick ride on the tram, or Ding Ding as the locals call it, to Parasite, that lies on the border of North Point and Quarry Bay. Parasite is a free-to-enter, independent art space with exhibits that rotate throughout the year and challenge the audience to think about the role art plays in society.
This place is so incredible. You have all this amazing, cool art all over the walls, and it's free to enter and see it all. So anybody can come and take it in, and I really, really like that.
All that art has left me feeling quite cultured. Let's continue and check out one of the bustling food and drink alcoves in the neighbourhood, passing some other North Point landmarks along the way.
So we've arrived on Camping Street, one of North Point's most popular food and drink alcoves, and we've come to this incredible cafe. What a find. Now, North Point isn't known as being one of the most hip, necessarily, places in Hong Kong, but cafe culture is alive and well in this area. There's a string of cafes just like this one, which serve up extremely good coffee and great snacks to go along with it.
We're going to end the day with a trip to a true cultural icon within North Point, the State Theatre building. Originally opening in 1952, the theatre's size and unique architecture set it apart from anything else in the city as a venue to see live shows and later local films, when Hong Kong cinema was in its heyday. Unfortunately, there was a devastating fire in 1995 that severely damaged the theatre and the bustling mall underneath it, and neither ever really recovered. The cinema shut its doors in 1997, and the mall underneath has been falling into a state of disrepair ever since, with only a couple of lots now occupied down there.
And we're about to go and meet one of the occupants, master calligrapher Yeung right now. He's been in the building for around 30 years, painting and selling his signs that have ended up all over the city. A big developer recently bought up much of the State Theatre building, and in all probability that means there isn't much time left for him operating out of this place. It's tragic, but at the same time it makes it all the more exciting to meet this guy. And luckily we've been able to secure an interview with him, so let's go and hear what the man has to say. I'm excited, I cannot wait to meet him.
我係新聞電視文字師歐陽昌，我喺呢度做招牌都有30幾年㗎啦。咁我寫真體字，真體字係由唐朝嗰時定為係正官版，係第一種字嚟嘅，係10大書法家歐陽詢啊、顏真卿、王羲之佢哋嗰啲真體字早就失傳咗㗎啦。我細個嗰時咧，老頭啊攞隻豬去換好多啲書籍啊、字帖啊嗰類，咁俾我睇，咁樣就之後咧鑽研到正楷字嘅母體、楷體字嘅母體，叫做係真體啦。我細個嗰時咧係冇人教我㗎，咁咧係點火水燈啊！我鄉下冇電㗎，好似個離島咁㗎，好多人開工㗎，咁咧幾好生意㗎，好多嗰啲大廈啊同埋啲鋪頭啊都揾我寫招牌，咁咧做對面嗰度起火，未天光有個阿婆執紙皮叫救火，咁咧去管理處冇人。之後去隔離聯和大廈嗰座，同管理員借電話，嗰個阿伯唔識聽佢啲福建話，冇借俾佢，就係咁咧。呢度咧燒4日4夜啊，燒到啲工字鐵都亂曬㗎，即係乜都冇曬啦。咁咧個主席咧叫我你搭翻好佢自己用啦。咁咧咁最近佢收購呢幾年咧。咁而家最近咧就係想逼我走啦。呢啲真體字啊，係代表啊中華民族㗎，唔可以立亂喐佢㗎喎，唔可以逼穿佢㗎喎。咁我嘅生活都係靠呢度咁啊，就好希望啊，第二日呢啲真體字可以流傳落去咯。我都60幾歲啦，寫會手震，第日會眼花，所以咧。驚寫唔得翻，就算我寫翻都係有個年限喺度啦。希望有人學得到啦，咁咧起碼係唔會失傳咯。如果我揾唔得翻個地方教人寫，咁咧呢啲字就會失傳噶啦。
Wow, what an experience that was. I've lived in Hong Kong for a little over a year now, and this ranks up there with one of the very best experiences I've been lucky enough to have while living here. The guy is a living piece of history. He's clearly extremely passionate about his craft, and he's obviously been through a hell of a lot for it over the last 30 years, as you've just heard. It's a damn shame because although progress is a great thing, culture like this is priceless, and if, or rather when, they do eventually boot him out of this place, with rents as sky high as they are in Hong Kong, I think the odds are stacked against him of surviving outside without some kind of support. I do sincerely hope that he can find somewhere, wherever that may be, where he can continue to do what he's good at, what he loves, and more importantly, pass on the skills of this beautiful art form, so that it doesn't die along with him.
And with that, we've come to the end of our exploration of North Point. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and if so, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hong Kong Hoods.